Hey guys, I'm Sally,
And I'm Alan,
and we are Sal and Al.
the Wool Slayers.
Welcome. No clue what episode it is.
I don't either. And I even type it out every time we do it. I have no idea.
Something.
We're still in the 60s. I know that.
I think so.
Yeah.
You can find me on Ravelry as Sally Wren.
And I'm on Ravelry as Alan Loves Yarn.
We are on Instagram and Facebook. Or Instagram is @WoolSlayerspodcast. Facebook and Ravelry, Sal and Al the Wool Slayers. Find us. Yes, so I am still at the lake. So this is probably going to be our last time that we record. I think in 2 weeks I'll be home.
Yeah.
So
We'll still be doing this though.
yes. I'm glad we've moved to this though, because I don't think I could still be doing it if I was talking to myself.
Me either. It's just not as much fun. This works.
And
we've gotten great feedback. So
yes.
I'm glad everybody else is enjoying it because I know I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy watching it before, but maybe it's now that this is the only option. It's okay. I don't know.
It's better than me just blabbering to my computer by myself. Right. It has to be.
Right. I know. I just realized I forgot earrings.
Sorry. Well, it's better than like just one earring.
But that is the look.
I decided to wear earrings today because like it'd been a long time. And I was afraid, like I almost actually had trouble getting one in.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, but I think it was just the earring I was trying. Like I literally switched to these and it went in fine, but it made me a little nervous. I was like, oh no. But I mean, I've gone like years and they didn't close up, but this would be the year it happens.
Right.
If it's going to happen.
I know.
Okay. Did you have any fails?
Yes.
Oh no. Okay, good.
I know. And y'all, I am so frustrated and over this project.
Uh-oh.
So.
Is it the tank top?
No, it's the mitt.
No.
Mitt number 1 is great.
Yeah.
And this is a lesson to myself. Mitt number 2, I made all the mistakes. First, I only knit half the ribbing. I did 8 rows instead of 16. Then I was knitting. I got all the way to here. See how there's a thumb over here? I got all the way to here and I forgot to do the increases for the thumb. So I had to rip back to there, re-knit it, put the thumb. Then I go
You made 2 of the same hand, didn't you?
I didn't. I did not make that mistake.
Okay. I just was like waiting for it. You made 2 rights, didn't you?
But I think only because there's literally 2 charts.
Oh, that does help. Okay.
Yeah. So I couldn't knit the other one. If it's 1 chart and it's do the reverse, you couldn't make that mistake. There were 2 charts.
Okay.
But
so what did you do?
So then I go to do the thumb here, and like I've got a ton more stitches on here. Well, that's because, so this one was correct, and see how the shaping comes here on the palm? This one, the shaping is straight, and it's on the side. Because at some point, well, yeah, because at some point you stop increasing between the stitch markers and you increase just on the palm side, right?
Man.
So, and it was in the instructions, but I've done one. I know what to do. No. Here's the lesson I have learned. If there are 2 of something, knit them at the same time. Even if it is a matter of they're on 2 separate needles and I'm going to knit the cuff and then knit the cuff. I'm going to knit to the thumb, knit to the thumb.
What do they call that? That has a name. Congruent? No. Is that?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Right?
Synchronous maybe? Because.
What'd you say?
Synchronous? Maybe?
Never heard that.
I don't know. Well, I keep hearing about asynchronous learning for school options, so we're not getting into that.
Right?
So
that's its own podcast.
Right, I know. So Like when the thumb, when they're on, the thumb is fine. Like it fits.
Is it? Okay.
It is. And everything else is fine. But I couldn't live with the short here.
Yeah.
Because it made it look like really small. And it's only 8 rows. So I'm like, okay, I got this. I'm going to cast on with my little shorty. Well, I was knitting it with shorty. So I'm going to cast on and I'm going to knit 7 rows in the ribbing and then I'm going to graft them together. Well, I've never unpicked a cast on edge and then picked up stitches. That was a big challenge. That took several hours. So I finally got that fine. And I go to graft, which is why they're connected. And I remember after this did not work, I remember hearing somewhere that when you're grafting, it's actually 1 off. Like your stitches are 1 off.
Okay.
So I had lined up, because it's 1 by 1 ribbing, I had lined up knit stitches with knit stitches to start the grafting. Well, I really needed to line up knit with purl. I didn't get very far. I got maybe 10 stitches in before I'm like, that just doesn't look right.
I feel like everybody would have done that though. Everyone would have been like, well, it's lined up. It looks great.
Great. So now I'm at and finally I was just like, I gotta walk away.
Yeah.
I cannot deal with this anymore.
You made it farther than I would. I would have ripped the whole glove back and restarted. Like I can't.
Well, that was the first thing that came to mind was I'm just going to redo the whole thing. And my mom's like, no, you can fix this. I feel like at this point I could have reknit it. Realistically not. I haven't spent that much time on it.
But you'd be less mad.
You got it.
And to me, that's more important.
Well, and it didn't help that I was trying to I signed Kate up for this online camp, and so I was trying to get him going with that, and he really just wanted me to sit there with him while he was doing it on the computer. So I'm like, okay, this is great. I can't watch anything while I do this. I'm just sitting here. I'm going to work on this. Well, he had all these technology frustrations. I mean, we all went through this in the spring. So I have Kate over here on the computer, and he's he was very tired. So he kept trying to lay down, Kate, come on, do this. Let's just get it done. And then I have this happening. Finally, I was like, Kate, if you're that tired, go take a nap, which he did, and he never does. So he was asleep for 2 hours. Wow. And I still threw this down and was like, I'm done.
You needed a break from both at that point.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. So I might not have been as frustrated with this if I didn't also have the technology frustration and tiredness from game. Yeah. But I am ready to pick it back up. I really just need to undo. And what I realized is I was trying to unpick, tink back essentially the grafting. I don't need to do that. I can just literally pull it out because this part, if I drop any stitches, that's easy. I can just ladder them back up. And then this part, they're not going anywhere. I either didn't know or had forgotten. When you pick out a cast on edge, it does not unravel. It sits there because it can't unravel the way the stitches are.
You have to really pull it apart.
No, you can't. You have to literally cut it.
I thought it would I knew it wouldn't unravel. Gosh, I guess it's been a minute.
You've got to, because even when I was...
But they're locked in.
They're locked in by the stitches here.
Right. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I can just pull the needles out and it'll be fine.
That's good.
Because that's what I'm going to do. Because I screwed up the unpicking of the tinking of the grafting. And I'm like...
Are those for you?
No, they're a gift. But, I mean, it's not going to be cold for a while. So.
No, you're fine. Yeah. I just was more curious about, are you going to, wear these all winter being you stupid piece of... Or you're going to be like, I am amazing, I fixed it. I don't know, I get you, but they're not for you. So you're just going to get those vibes out your house. Just bye.
Exactly. And what's crazy is the person I could have sent them with it being shorter and she wouldn't care. Like really? But I'm like
that one. I can forgive a lot of like weirdness, but I feel like the cuff would drive me crazy because that's what like you look down and like because you can't put it on without seeing the cuff, and I feel like it would drive me. That part would. The thumb, no.
And that's the other thing is because it was shorter. Like, see, it was essentially right here, and see how it's tighter there. Like it needs that extra length to tighten in.
Right.
This one seemed really loose on the cuff.
Makes sense because it doesn't have that stuck in action.
Right. So, and I really wanted to have them finished for today for recording, but I don't have to send them off, so I can still take 2 more weeks and work on it.
I will say one of the biggest mistakes I make, if I'm going to have a fail, it's because I'm trying to finish something or do something for a recording.
Right.
Just don't do it. Because that's when I'm like, oh man, I just totally like, you know, did this whole thing backwards or whatever, you know. Just, Well, that was an epic story. I feel like I had traveled it with you. I feel like I've been on a roller coaster. I was on the edge of my seat. That was amazing. I'm very sorry that happened. Good for you for persevering and not ripping it to shreds like I would have done.
I did throw it down. Like Kate had already left and I'm like, I'm done.
Forget it. Life's too short. Life's too short.
I walked away. Wow. I took a deep breath. Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't have a fail, and I mean, like, you definitely filled that segment, so we're good.
I know. Okay.
Okay, well, I'm excited to see, you know, when you get it fixed.
Thank you.
See if we can tell. Okay, so sleighs. Do you have a sleigh?
I do. I have one.
Okay, go.
Okay, so I made a cowl.
Ooh!
I don't know if you recognize this yarn. It is the yarn from my mom's In the Loop cowl, which was...
Is that like a space tricot or something like that?
Oh,
I got it!
Yeah.
I knew I recognized it.
Yeah, this is literally everything left over.
Wow.
The way
I love it.
The In the Loop cowl works is it's knit long ways. And it's made to double, so it's really a lot of stitches. And you knit it double and then you graft it together, so it's 2-sided, inside and outside.
Yeah.
So one side is the black and white stripes, and then the other side is color block stripes of, I think the white is in there. I think it's these 4 colors are color block stripes.
So that looks familiar. Like I knew immediately what it was, so I feel like it was all those colors.
If not, it's just those 3 gray, or the 3 colors: the gray, the pink, and the camel color.
I don't know. It's beautiful. I love it.
I am so excited. I mean, so one of the reasons I knit it right now is because when I toss my stash upstairs, I'm like, I don't really have a place to put these. Like, I know I want to use them together in something, but I don't know what. So I'm like, well, let's just put them in a project bag and knit them. So that's what I did. I cast on 5, oh, wait, how many did I cast on? I cast on 160, which actually I think is a little long. I'm going to put it on in a second, but I'm going to wear it as little as possible because my AC is out right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I cast on 160. I knit 4 rows of 1x1 ribbing because I wanted it to lay flat, and yet I still wanted to have enough to have there be enough stripes.
Right.
So that's black and white stripes. Obviously, I had white was the biggest remnant I had because I have it here and in the stripes, and then the gray. The gray I just joined normally, but then when I changed to the pink and the camel and the white, I did a magic knot and left long tails and then wove it in, because that way I could just change wherever I was and not worry about it. I'm kind of loving the magic knot. I mean, I know how to, I could have just started a new color and then gone in, but magic knot's so easy. So I'm gonna try it on. I wish I had done fewer, I'm looking for the joint. I think is that the jog? Yeah. I wish I'd done fewer stitches because it lays pretty, like it's just a tube, and it would be a great under cowl if it were closer up here.
I really like it though. I get what you're saying, but I do like it.
Yeah, I like it too. And
it's like a simple cowl.
It's a simple cowl.
It just looks so soft and just, I love it.
Well, it's a cotton alpaca blend. Oh. I don't have the ball bands. My mom didn't give me the ball bands, but it is the yarn that's called for in the project. So if you go to the project, the pattern page, it's that exact same yarn, and it's not expensive yarn. They are in 50-gram balls, and I want to say they're like $6 a ball. It's not, 50 grams. It still makes it $12 for 100 grams. Right. But it, they're not terribly expensive. But I did have the thought of like somehow taking a brooch. I have a lot of brooches. Back in the day when I had to wear a suit for work, brooches were great. But that was a long, long time ago. But they're kind of the thing that like, if I still like it, I can't quite get rid of it.
Yeah. I still have some. I still have some from when I was,
I thought that would be cute.
Oh yeah. I like it.
The yarn's not, it didn't flop as much as I thought it would. And so I just gathered it up. I don't know if you can tell. I just kind of accordion gathered it up and then pinned it. And that could be
super cute.
I really like that. I played around with this for like 10 minutes before we started just to see if it would be worth even showing. And that's super cute. I like that.
Yeah, I really like it. A little weird with a t-shirt, but
Right.
This is not the final styling choices, but it looks really just cozy and
and it is. It's soft. And the yarn, it's interesting. I'm going to show y'all. The yarn is not a thick, thin yarn, but I think because it has, let me see if I can get a section that will show. I think, I don't know if you can see right here, how it looks like it has like, it looks like it's got eyelets and stuff in it. And I think that's because the yarn is so fuzzy that when you're knitting, sometimes you pick up some of the outer fuzz, and so it distorts how the stitch lays, because it does seem to have a texture to it. Like when you look at it all over, it's hard to tell on camera, but it's not the smooth, even stitches of like a superwash merino plied yarn. But I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, that's really cute.
I love just using up every little bit.
Yeah, so. For sure. Is it ribbing on the other end too?
Yes. So what I did was
because it's white, I can't see it.
Right. I know.
Like, oh, there we go. Oh, okay. Now I can see it.
So I did the white as far as I could. It's actually like 8 or 9 rounds of ribbing up here because I wasn't sure when to stop doing the stockinette to have enough to do at least 4 rounds of the ribbing. I could have sworn I was gonna, I thought I was only gonna be able to do 4, and the bind off. Well, no, I could do more. So I kept going, and I figured it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's totally fine. Cool. Well, I love that. Okay, so I just want everyone to just take a breath. I have an announcement.
Oh, okay. I'm ready.
So I know, I'm just going to do something a little different this time. I have a slate. I have a finished object. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how
goodness.
Just bear with me because it's been a while.
In 1 month? Oh my goodness.
No, not even a month. Like more than a month.
No, because you
When
didn't
did
have
I
one last time, but you had one the time before.
Okay, did I? Okay, good. I'll take it. I felt like I finished that one so long ago, but okay, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Okay. And they have heels.
Oh, that's so cute.
Started these in January, y'all. Ridiculous.
They are so cute.
And I don't have my sock blockers. They're at home. I'm in Indiana. They're in Texas. So, you know. But they match. They match almost perfectly. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me show you this BS. And it's not the yarn. It's me. One heel. This is the heel, not the toe. Because this is the final thing. So here's one. Okay.
Oh, no.
It's so stupid. Every time. It's like I cannot knit two heels in the same like tension. It's so close.
That is hilarious.
This one has just a little bit more. Like this one started to get, I mean, we're talking, this is the transition between the blue and the yellow.
Wait, we can't see it. Lift it up.
Oh, sorry. This is the,
There you go. Oh,
so
yeah.
this green is literally like the transition between the blue and the yellow is like a little bit of green. So I just almost made it.
It's like 20 stitches.
That's stupid. So, but everything else matches. So I know it's just tension. Oh, sorry.
Right.
I keep forgetting my camera's like so high up, but I love them.
They are so cute.
I'm so happy to be done. Like, I don't know why. It's just like with the move and everything, like these just got put to the back burner and God, it just felt so good to work on them. And man, they just fly when you actually look at that.
That's great.
Pretty perfect. This is the Cascarones by Mustache. And like, there's still ends not woven in and, you know, whatever.
Right.
But
they're finished.
done. They are done.
Yep.
They are like a large, you know, they're a pretty tall cuff, but still, it should not, I mean, like, I could finish these in a month if I worked on them.
Right. Well, if you were subbing, you would have, because you would have taken it with you to sub. I know.
Don't talk about it. Yeah. So
I'm going to assume you're not going to sub this fall, right?
I'm definitely not subbing until at least October.
Right.
And probably not then.
I know, right?
Let's be real, people. It's never going back to normal, especially not in Texas where it's a cesspool. Mm-hmm. Now, where I am now and here in Indiana, there's like 2 cases in the whole county and they're recovered or some, it's like ridiculous. But we're still being safe and like social distancing and masks and everything, but it's like, I feel so much safer here.
I know.
I mean, it helps that, you know, it's like a tiny little town and, you know, but like I would never want to live here full time, but man, having the few cases really makes you go, why do I live in this city? But anyway,
yep.
We got to go back to real life at some point. But yeah, if I was subbing, I would have busted those out in March. But
right. Yeah, very fast. I know.
That's the only sleigh I have, though. I mean,
hey.
I'm not a completely changed person. Don't go crazy. Yeah. So whips?
Yes, whips. I have 1 whip. What are you working on?
I have 2. I'll show you my old one first because you've seen it already, and I barely worked on it because I really focused on finishing those socks.
Yeah.
I always show you the wrong side. What's this called? Surprise party?
Yes, surprise party.
So I think I was like over here.
I think you had just started that stripe. Like
yeah. So I didn't get much further. Mm-hmm. But look at that pretty pink stripe. Mm-hmm. Surprise Party by Helen Stewart. I'm using a kit by
Hugh Loco.
I always want to I always am like Hugh Loco or Lolo did it. Like for something, the Loco and the Lolo in my head. So I'm always afraid I'm going to say the wrong one.
Yeah.
Hugh Loco. That's what she said.
You bought it just for that line.
I do love the colors though, but yes, it was a good match of a funny line and good colors.
Okay. I started, so since I finished this, I let myself, even though I really wanted to finish 2 before I started 1, I let myself start my Ann Abel tank. So it starts on the bottom with the lace, which is curling, which is probably why she has you do I-cord.
I love that.
I did experiment with doing an I-cord cast on.
Yes.
But what I realized is after I read more of her instructions for doing the I-cord, the applied I-cord, and then I started doing my swatch of an I-cord cast on, I realized that the I-cord cast on, the stitches would be too close together and wouldn't allow the lace to open up, because the way she has you do the applied I-cord is you like skip some stitches when you're picking up a stitch to do it. And that way somehow the gauges match up, because you know how like a knit stitch is wider than it is tall, and so the I-cord edging goes that way, and then this knitting goes this way.
That makes sense.
So I figured out, okay, I'm just gonna have to do an applied I-cord.
Yeah, I usually try, like, I know that a lot of people are like, I'm not knitting that because it's in pieces and I don't want to seam it or whatever, but there's usually a reason.
Right.
Now some people just choose the hard thing because that's their thing and they're like,
that's what they know how to do.
Well, and they're like process knitters to the extreme and like they love the challenge and like they want to do it like in the classic old fashioned way. Like I get it. In that case, you can, knit it in the round or whatever, like adapt it. But that one, I wondered, there had to be a reason.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you found out. I'm glad you figured it out before it was too late.
I know. And I only did like 20 or 25 of the I-cord cast on swatch and was reading her instructions while I was doing this and was like, yeah, these are really close together compared to what she has you do there.
Yeah.
So, and honestly, I don't think I've ever done an applied I-cord, so it's something.
I don't think I have.
Yeah.
I don't think I have. I feel like I would remember, right?
Yeah, because I mean, every time I've done an I-cord, it's been either the selvage edges, or it was a cast off, or a cast on.
Yeah. Or it was just an I-cord.
Right.
Yeah.
And now we crack that.
Yeah. I think that's the same for me. I think I've done the edge that you just build in, and I've done the cast on and cast off. I don't know that I've done the applied. It'll be interesting to see.
The other thing is, so I knit this and it's only about, I think it's only like 8 rows. So I did it in one night while we were watching Dixie Chicks videos, and that was the night I texted you.
Oh, right.
And I feel like this is the same story of your Tanya, how you started doing the lace and you realized it was twisted, because you have to, it's like 280 stitches.
Yeah, it's hard to keep it straight.
Right. So I realized after I had finished that I did not get, I twisted it. Like I did all 10 rows, constantly checking, and I had twisted it. So here's the beauty. And I'm going to try to find it. I think I can find it. Because I want to show y'all. Oh yeah. Okay, here it is. So a while ago, I had learned from someone, one of the amazing instructors at DFW Fiber Fest, that if you've twisted like if you join in the round and you've twisted, if it's within a row or two, you can just flip it and make it untwisted, and it'll stay twisted in that one spot.
Right.
And it's usually at the beginning, you know, where you started. And it won't even show.
Right.
So I'm like, can I do that with 10 rows? Here's how I did it. Because I did it. Okay. At these, I'm going to move in real close. This point right here where it's more narrow, because that's in between the points, right there it's more narrow. I did it right there. So yes, it's different, but nobody would notice, right?
Yeah, I see it, but only because you pointed it out.
Cool. Like it doesn't even really change the lace that much.
No.
And so, and it's on the side, because the beginning of round, it's either the side or the back. And it just, nobody's going to notice.
Nobody's going to notice.
At all.
You won't even notice.
No. I mean, I had to like, wait, which one? You know? So,
cool.
Yeah, so I'm very excited. The other change I'm making is I realized that I probably would need, the way the pattern's written, I would need another ball of the green. I could get away with just the one ball of the gray, but in order to have enough yarn, I needed like half a ball of the green. I had two, I needed like 2.5. Well, it's stripes. So I just reduced the, like it should, I have 3 rows of green and 2 rows of gray. It's supposed to be 4 rows of green and 1 row of gray. Because I was only ever going to use half the ball of gray anyway.
Yeah, so just add more gray.
Right. And I didn't feel like trying to figure out where, because I don't think it's carried locally. I didn't want to try to have them ship 1 ball of yarn.
Yeah.
So, so I feel good about that. I almost, and I feel like I'm going to weigh my yarn. I'm going to see how far I get, but I am supposed to do, you know, I can't remember, but say I have to do 24 of these gray stripes. I'm thinking I'll do 12. And then if I've used enough yarn, go and then switch to the thicker green and the narrow gray, because half of it will be this and then half will be the next, and then it goes into just green. So it's almost like you're doing a fade.
Yeah.
So
I think that sounds great.
Yeah. So I'm excited because I did like the look of the more narrow contrast color, but not enough to buy another ball of yarn.
Right. Agree.
Yeah.
I think that's a good solution.
Yeah. And that, I mean, that's flown like it's, I feel like it's a lot of stitches on there, but because I've had a couple books that I needed to read for book club, and then, you know, watching TV with the kids or whatever, like I've had dark knitting time to get that finished.
Nice.
Make progress.
Yeah.
And it's the only thing I'm working on right now because I'm, you know.
That really does help. Kind of like with those socks. It was like, oh wow, when I actually like work on these, they got done.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, I have one more whip.
Okay, I'm excited. I feel like I haven't seen it. Is it new?
It's new. But I mean, it's just another sock, so don't get too excited. But I am excited to use this yarn because I love it so much. Kirby Werby. Mind your biscuits and life will be gravy.
Right. Oh, that's so cute.
Very cute. It's like a mint background and then all kinds of fun. It's gonna blow out.
Oh.
It's making it more white, but the background, this is truly like mint. Background. Yeah, it looks a little.
The yellow is blowing out.
Yeah, it is. So these are truly like neon, these yellows. Then there's a mint in between. Yeah, whatever. You'll be able to see it better next time. But I love it. And it's so fun, like, because each color stripe is so different. Like, it's just a really fun. And so I worked on that. You know, I did a decent amount of ribbing, and then now I'm just flying down the body. I took a little break on my surprise party just because it just felt so good to just knit stockinette. Like, it was just so nice.
I know.
I'm so tired at night and stuff. It was Yeah.
There's just something to be said about stockinette in the round.
I know. It felt productive.
Right.
You know, I actually had like progress. Whereas the shawl is like, you don't really see your progress as much. And so it's like, but so this, I feel like, look, I have like 4 inches that I didn't have before. So
right.
that's all I have though.
Yeah.
I haven't worked on anything else.
Oh, I love the yarn though. I can't wait to see the rest of the repeat.
I know. I love Kirby Werby.
Yeah. I've never seen hers in person because she wasn't dying for so long.
Did she take a break? I don't remember.
Yeah, I remember because I remember years and years ago, Diane Suburban Stitcher on her podcast, this is even before Diane was dyeing yarn, showing what she was knitting on. And she's like, she would say, oh, it's a Kirby Werby, but she doesn't dye anymore.
Okay.
And so I feel like it's just in the last year or two that she's gone back to dyeing.
You're right. I do remember that now. Yeah. Like it was a big deal when she started dyeing again.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more than a year though. She's been going for a few years.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I just know because I have one I bought a while ago. And then I really want that one. She has one that's like jeans and tie-dye t-shirts or something like that. It's very good. Like that was the first one that when she came back, I was like, oh, ooh. It kind of caught my eye. Right. Anyway, that's all I have for knitting.
Okay.
Do you have any trophies?
I do. I have a trophy. Okay. Mine's a non-traditional trophy. Mine is a virtual trophy because I can't shop in person.
Everything's virtual.
Exactly. So when I was with my mom last week, she had her knitting group online, and it's either Kang, which is Knit at Night Guild, or it's Kind, which is, I don't know what it stands for. I'm not sure which, but I will put it down here. They were so wonderful. They let me join. Jocelyn from camp is the president of it, and so she was running the meeting.
Whoa, okay.
I know. And there were other people that I had met just with my mom, but I hadn't ever been to their gathering. And they had one of the ladies taught Portuguese purling and how to purl backwards. And I am in love with Portuguese purling.
Right.
Like, I don't ever want to have to regular purl again.
Okay. I'm trying to remember if I've ever seen it.
It's the one where it goes around your neck, or you have a pin here.
Yes.
You know, Sweet Tino Shade.
Okay. That's what I was thinking, but then I was like, is that what he does?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just had it around my neck, and it was fine. It didn't bother my neck or anything. And I didn't even have a collar on, so it was on my skin, but it was fine. And I almost was like, maybe I should knit this tank inside out and do Portuguese purling because it is so much faster. So fast. Purling backwards, not as good at that. But I could see because I think bobbles work this way, where you knit and then you purl back and then you knit and then you close it up somehow. I feel like there's been times when you would have to turn your yarn just to do a little bit, or turn your project just to do a little bit and then turn it back. A lot of flipping.
Okay.
But if you know how to purl backwards, then you can just purl. Yeah.
Makes sense.
So I would do it in short increments.
Short.
Because, you don't want to throw your yarn around and get all resituated just for 4 stitches, right? So, those are my trophies because I feel like, oh my gosh, I have wanted to.
The trophy of knowledge.
Yes, exactly.
Love it.
Exactly. And I've wanted to learn Portuguese knitting for a long time. And might have even signed up for a class at some point that ended up getting canceled. But they offer it at Fiberfest, and I just saved $80 on a class at Fiberfest.
There you go.
by
Cool.
joining the knit night. But I'm thinking, I say the same thing about the Dallas Hand Knitters Guild. They're doing, I'm sure they're still going to do Zoom meetings going into the fall. And they've even talked about continuing to do Zoom meetings even when we can gather in person. But they have, Dallas Hand Knitters Guild is where I learned how to do the ladder back jacquard.
Yes.
And then learning this at the Houston Guild meeting. Like, it's $35, I think, to join the Dallas Hand Knitters Guild, and it's $20 to $30 to join the Houston one. And I mean, that's for a year membership, and they have 9 meetings, and you're going to learn something at every meeting. Like, that is very high value.
Yeah. The Arlington one, I can't remember. They were similar to Dallas price-wise, and that's the one that I taught that heel class at, and it was great. Like, I got to experience the whole meeting because I was there to teach, but like, if it wasn't so far, I would absolutely. It was quite a drive, but for me, but it was wonderful.
But now if it's by Zoom, I'm like, join from all over the country.
Right, give me all of them. So if that would have been an option then, this was a few years ago, like, I would have absolutely, I'll have to look into that.
Yeah,
they were lovely.
I encourage anybody watching, join Dallas Hand Knitters Guild. Because it's high value. And the information down below for the Houston one, if you want to join the Houston one. And, maybe look into your local guild and see what they offer. Yeah, but you can really join any of them at this point.
We're all saving money because everything's canceled, so put that money somewhere else.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, gosh. Okay, cool. Well, you'll have to show me how to do it if we ever, get to.
We could. It blew my mind.
We could FaceTime or do this or something, and you could show me.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Okay.
That's
my only trophy.
I don't have any trophies, and which is bull because it was my birthday last week.
But can you talk about the one trophy that is
cracking you up?
Oh my gosh. Well, no, not that one. That one is great too. Can I put that picture in? Because it's a really funny picture.
What, me as a burrito? Sure. Photo credit to my 11-year-old. Which one are you talking about then?
The recording of your favorite.
Oh, yeah. It's so good. Can we put it in at the end?
Can I guess I could put a disclaimer because doesn't he curse in it? It's with a Scottish accent, but.
So hot. Sorry, I'm distracted.
Tell everybody what we're talking about.
Okay, so my hair is insane. So Mitch, my husband, for my birthday, got on Cameo, which is an app where you can like hire celebrities to record a short personalized video for yourself or for whoever. And you tell them a few personal things about the person you're buying it for, and you pay by the minute, I think. And you can get whoever's on Cameo, like you to choose from. And so like not everybody's on there, and some people are more expensive than others. It's not just a flat, it's like more famous you are, you charge more. And so I had never heard of it. I did not know this was a thing. So so he sends me this, he goes, do you want an early birthday present? And I was like, sure. I was like, whatever. I was ready to be not impressed. Because and so he's like, okay. And so he texts me this, what I thought was a picture. I'm like, what is this? But it's a video. So I clicked on it, and I was just like, oh my God, it's just this guy talking Scottish to me. And he's like, Sally, and so my first thought was, this is just a random video my husband found of a Scottish guy who happens to say my name. Then he like kept talking, and he said like, Mitch told me to, Mitch told me to, you know, I can't do a Scottish accent, it's your birthday or whatever. So I was like, oh, this is like an actual personalized thing. And then it's actually the guy who played Ian Murray, Dad Ian, not young Ian, on Outlander. It was like a celebrity. I was just like, what the heck is happening?
It was from your like one of your favorite shows.
My favorite show. And so favorite book and favorite show.
Right.
And so yeah. So not only is it hilarious.
He is hilarious.
He's hilarious. He's super hot.
Yeah.
He's scruffy, like his hair's all crazy, kind of like mine right now. And he's got this beard, and like he just looks like he just rolled out of bed. And he's got a Scottish accent, which is, I'm sorry, the sexiest accent. So it's just the best video ever. And then then to make it even funnier, my husband, I was like, oh my God. I was like freaking out, like I was like laughing hysterical. I could not stop laughing. And then he goes, and what's crazy, my husband goes, what's crazy is I only paid for a minute. It's like 4 minutes. Yeah. It's 4 minutes long. But he got so into it because he was like asking questions that it was like, I was like screaming the answers at him. Like, I wish I could answer you. Because he's asking questions about like, how are we separated right now? He's like, how did you go somewhere during like a pandemic? And it's, you know, anyway. So he got really into it. And so it went on for a long time. It was so funny. Yeah. And it was the best.
It was awesome.
I was peeing myself laughing. It was so funny. So yeah, surely it's fine. I don't know. If you want to put a little bit in, maybe you could just put in a sample.
That's what I was thinking. I'll cut it down.
Yeah, you don't have to put the full 4 minutes, just to give you guys a taste of it.
Oh, he's so cute.
It's cute, but like highly recommend doing it for someone as a gift because A, the money goes to charity, and B, I was so pleased with it. Like, it was so funny. Pick someone funny. Because like he said,
who would think that Ian would be funny? I mean, that character was
that character is like the saddest character.
Right.
You know, he's broken down and like depressed, and he's missing a leg, and he's broken. And so to see him as himself he's just vibrantly healthy, and like, it was nice. It was, I loved it. But like, so there are, like more famous characters that, you know, Ian's part is small. And so like you could get like Dougal or Murtaugh, who are huge characters, but Mitch goes, okay, first of all, you can look at samples of their videos. He was like, and they didn't look like themselves. They didn't look like their characters. And I didn't think you would like that. And second of all, they were way expensive. And so, but I honestly, I didn't know it was Ian until like the end, really. Like I wasn't getting it. I thought it was just a guy. And I loved it. So like, honestly, it does not matter who it is, really.
Right.
And Jamie's not even on there, so don't try.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how much is Jamie?
He's not on there. He's busy being a movie star. But yeah, it was awesome. Yeah.
I just thought it was the cleverest. I mean,
yeah.
The fact that he found that, like, Mitch just did really well.
Yeah. And then
top it with the tortilla blanket.
Oh yeah, I thought that's what you were going for some reason, because it's right there. Oh. So here, I'll show you guys. I got a tortilla blanket.
There you go. She's a burrito.
And it is so, oh, that's a tag. It is so soft, you guys. My husband bought this for me as like a gag. He just sent me a box of presents, which he bought me nothing last year, so he was making up for. So he sent me a box of, there was some sourdough tools and like a book about, you know, making bread. You know, there's like a mug, there's a you know, I don't even remember what all was in there. It was a bunch of stuff. And he had put this in there was like a swim shirt that's like really nice. You know, so it was like a mixture of like gag and like gifts, and then like actual quality good things that I like wanted. Right. And this was in the bottom, and the very last thing, and I was like, why'd you get me a tortilla blanket? I mean, I love it, but like, did I ever express interest in a tortilla blanket? And he goes, no, it was like a gag gift. And I was like, well, I mean, joke's on you, because this thing is nice. Like, it's like plush faux fur tortilla. Like, it's so soft. I love it. And of course, the kids stole it, tried to steal it.
Right. Oh my God.
So funny.
I love it. It's hilarious because she sent us pictures with the kids wrapped up like a burrito, just their heads sticking out. And
and then I went, nom, 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 nom. It's been lots of fun. I'm just saying, if y'all need a little fun addition to your house, and I can't wait to get this home, and like, it's going to be my couch blanket. So yeah, that's why when you said your birthday present, I was like, oh, you mean my tortilla? Because it's right there. But no, the video, oh my God. If you follow me on Instagram, like my personal Instagram, you can see it there. If you want to see all 4 minutes, you can do that. I don't care if y'all follow me. It's Sally Wren, SALLIEWREN on Instagram. And I posted the whole video. But yeah, you should post just a little bit of it because it's so funny.
Yeah, I'll put it in.
So my husband's name is Mitchell, and I've always called him Michelle. And I think I might have to call him Metch. Metch, because it was so great. Metch.
Yep.
Loved it. So yeah, but I didn't get any knitting stuff for my birthday. I even tried to shop for myself, but I don't know. I kept like not trusting that I had my whole stash on Ravelry. I think I do, but then I was like, well, I was looking at like Suburban Stitcher, her website, and I was going to buy some stuff, and then I was like, what? I can't remember if I already have that one. And it's like, well, it's not in Ravelry. And then I was like, does that really mean I don't actually own it? I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I'm really good about putting things in Ravelry when I buy them.
Yeah.
But when I tossed my stash, I found a couple of things that weren't. And then when we did my mom's stash last week, I helped her toss it and get everything organized. And she had quite a bit that wasn't in there. So, and I'm like, if we buy yarn together, I always put it in Ravelry for her. So
I feel like, but I feel like I bought some during quarantine that I'm like, I know I put some in there.
Well, if it came close to when you were packing or moving and all that,
right.
You would not have.
I'm a little nervous, and so I was hesitant to buy because I was like, I feel like I own that one.
Right.
And then, I don't know. I didn't buy anything. I'm still probably going to buy some Diane. Let's be real.
I know, right?
Suburban Stitcher will be getting my money at some point. But I shopped around, and I just couldn't,
Yeah.
It's hard to buy yarn when you're Mojo. I want to go, first of all, I want to go in person. And I normally like online.
I know.
I'm over it. I looked at West 7th Wool online, and I almost bought that one kit they have. Oh gosh, I shouldn't have even mentioned it because now I can't remember what it's called. It's like DK, and then it has mohair baubles.
Oh, that sounds cute.
It's very cute.
I'll put a picture in.
Yes, I'll find out what it's called so you can look it up and put a picture in.
Okay.
And they have some kits that are very cute, but then it was just like, I almost need to be in the room with my stash and go, do I have this exact same, if not the exact yarn, like the exact yarn from a different company.
Right.
I didn't need to get home before I buy yarn, I guess.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe I'll just get my birthday to move to August.
We can take a month.
Yeah. So I don't have any knitting trophies.
Okay.
That's okay.
Do you have any non-knitting trophies?
Just my tortilla.
The tortilla.
And my Scottish guy.
Right. I wonder if you could clip somehow come up with a clip and make it a ringtone for like him saying Metch and have that.
Just at the beginning. Oh yeah, and like when Mitch calls me, that's what it says.
Yeah.
Or just the part where he's like, Sally. I'm like, oh, hello, hi. Yes, you rang. Just melt. Oh, he's so cute. But yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah. Well, that's all I have. We would do Weeby freebies, and I will do Weeby freebies. I couldn't think of a theme, so I'm gonna have to just record on my own the Weeby freebies.
Are there any Scottish patterns?
Ooh,
Ooh.
I can look that up.
Okay.
Yes,
There you go.
I will do that.
That's all I got.
That's the theme.
That's all I've got. That's all I can think
Well,
on it.
Fair Isle is in Scotland, so
This is true.
I'm sure there'll be something.
Okay. Well, I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
That's all I have. I don't have anything else.
Okay, me too.
Well, this was really fun.
I know, it is. Okay, I guess don't forget to slay, y'all. Bye. Hey guys, here are the Weeby freebies. So Scotland was the theme, and the first one is Scott Wars bonnet. And I just love how fierce this girl looks in this picture. Like, she is ready to go to war. And the bonnet looks super cute on her. Next is Lady of Scotland. This is a yarn company pattern, and I will preface this with sometimes their patterns can be a little difficult. They're written kind of complicated. The pattern itself doesn't look like it needs to be complicated, but sometimes it is. I love how they use two different textured yarns, how it's a fuzzier yarn for the body of the poncho, and then it has that great cowl, cabled cowl. And the next is a scarf mug cozy, which I'm not sure why this came up as Scotland when I did my search, but it's super cute, and it just uses a little bit of worsted weight yarn, so I think it would be an easy gift to make, and it's really cute. Then finally is Undulating Currents by Kent Turman, and it's just a cabled chart panel. It's a single panel of cabled stitches, and it was written for the back of a cardigan that the designer had designed. And but because it's just a cable chart, people have made amazing projects with it. And they have put really good notes in their project pages. So I would encourage you to go to the pattern page and then click on projects and look at what people have made. The first one is a scarf cowl thing. The buttons are on there, so it makes me think that it is a scarf that they have wrapped around and buttoned on like a cowl. Then this is just a straight up scarf. And there are several scarves on here, and people have done different edge patterns because it really is just the cable section in the middle that's on the chart. And my favorite on here is this bag. It is incredible. And I think they used a really big yarn and felted it. But it just looks incredible. It's definitely lined. And I love the straps they did with it. So cute. Then somebody made an iPad cozy out of it. And it's just, I love how their picture has the picture of the project on the iPad. Another person made a pillow. It's the pillow on the right, and that's a great use of it. It, again, would be lined. Maybe. I don't know. I guess it wouldn't have to be lined. It just has the pillow insert in it. Then somebody made a throw out of it. They say it's a lap size throw, and it's just repeated across. So just really, really great projects that people have made with that chart. And that's our Scottish Weeby freebies.
Sally, how are you doing? This is a message It's a message, it's a video message, and I'm speaking like this for no reason at all. Sometimes when I start doing these messages, I feel like I'm speaking like Gary Lewis or something. And Scottish people, when they get older, a lot of them start speaking like this. Their voices get deeper and a bit huskier. I don't know, maybe it will happen to me as well. I love Gary Lewis. This is a message booked for you by Mitch. Mitch, thank you for booking this. The money that I get goes to Cash for Kids UK, so I'm very appreciative of everyone that books these messages. Sally, you're turning 37 on Friday. I'm 3 years older than you, Sally. Wow, it's funny that I was looking at that thinking 37, that's a few years older than me. I was like, no, it's not, I'm 40. Funny how that like fucking creeps up on you and then slips your mind and you still think, yeah, I'm in my 30s. No, I'm in my 40s. I am in my 40s. And I tell you what, my right knee feels it, it's fucked. I think I've got a meniscal tear or something like that. Sally, have a great day this Friday. Celebrate it however you can. Don't know what you can do, but some places are opening up, so maybe you can go for a meal or kayaking, or I mean, you could climb a mountain, couldn't you? I think we can all do that right now. I don't think, well, as long as you socially distance. You're a huge fan of Outlander, both the book and the show. Nice one. You're currently on a summer vacation and you're apart for a few weeks. Oh my God. So you cannot spend the day with her, but this will make up for it. Oh, Mitch! Hold on. Sally, where are you currently on summer vacation? And how are you apart for a few weeks? How is this happening in lockdown? Where do you live? How are you on vacation during lockdown? Where? I know that people still are taking vacations, but where? Where? And how? And who are you staying with? And how is this happening? Did you fly? Did you get a boat or a train? Did you run? Did you cycle? And Mitch,